Because there's no identifiable signage to tell you where you are, you could easily pass Pleasant Shade Cemetery and never know that this 20-acre grove holds significant history. Take a moment to look at some of the sunken or toppled markers, and you'll soon realize that this is much more than a final resting place. Located off Shell Road in Hampton, Pleasant Shade is the oldest and largest public African-American cemetery on the peninsula. Abandoned by its owners in 2007, it didn't take long before tall grass, thick weeds, and piles of trash blanketed the grounds. The East End Neighborhood Association of the Peninsula, Incorporated, soon stepped in. Determined to restore dignity to the cemetery, members called on volunteers to help, and military fraternity KAPPA LAMBDA Chi was among the first to answer the call. Member James Sylvester couldn't believe what he was seeing.
The first thing that went through my mind is that me and my brothers have a lot of work to do. So we've been doing a lot of cutting grass and picking up trash that people who walk through that area will pollute out there. And due to the fact that the grave site has a lot of history and is only a small percentage of church members who go out there to do the best they can, they are seeking more volunteers. So I said, you know what? Well, let me bring this to my fraternity, and we're going to get out there and we're going to make things happen.
Armed with lawnmowers, weed whackers, and a desire to help, the brothers of KAPPA LAMBDA Chi went to work, doing whatever they could to improve the look of the historic cemetery.
The first day that we were out there, we was able to cut grass, plant flowers, just kind of clean up around the area. We was limited with resources as far as the tools and the machinery that we had, so we just made it work with what we were able to bring out there.
Not only is the cemetery itself historic, but some of the people buried there are history makers themselves. People like former Newport News Mayor Jesse Ratliff and the founder of the Church of God, evangelist Elder Solomon Lightfoot Mishaw. The first African-American female attorney in Virginia, Lavinia Fleming Poe, was laid to rest at Pleasant Shade, and so was Dr. William Dickerson, one of the founders of Whitaker Memorial Hospital, and James Hainsworth, Jr., an actor with an impressive movie and television career, just to name a few.
It's sad that what we were trying to clean up was actually worn down, tore down like it was, so we're slowly getting it up there. You know, maybe when people hear us talk about this cemetery, maybe they would be like, okay, well, cool, we'll come out there, we'll check it out, we'll give back as well.
Meanwhile, the East End Neighborhood Association works to gain recognition for Pleasant Shade. The group has ongoing fundraising in hopes of one day landscaping the entrance and erecting a sign that identifies the cemetery. They also continue to petition the federal government to add Pleasant Shade to the National Register of Historic Places. For Another View, I'm Lisa Godley.